Enzo Maresca has finally spoken out about rumors that he gave a stern warning to Jadon Sancho about his future at Stamford Bridge. Sancho, who is currently on loan from Manchester United, was said to be playing to save his career at Chelsea. However, Maresca firmly denied the news. What we emphasize to all offensive players is real contributions, goals and assists. Not only to Sancho, but also to Jackson, Palmer, Madueke, Neto, and Enzo Fernandez. We need more, said Maresca. Sancho is indeed performing well, with 3 assists in 2 Conference League matches against Legia Warsaw and a crucial goal against Ipswich Town. However, Maresca emphasized that the improvement was not due to pressure, but rather the result of collective team demands. However, behind the stable performance, Sancho's future remains unclear. Although there is a permanent purchase clause worth £25 million, Chelsea apparently has the option to cancel the deal and only pay £5 million to bring him back to Old Trafford. Until now, a final decision has not been made. More surprisingly, Sancho is reportedly keen on a return to the Bundesliga, with Borussia Dortmund the top destination. A poor relationship with the United squad makes a return to Manchester almost impossible. Sancho seems to be waiting for the time to say goodbye to the Premier League. Chelsea have a big homework, deciding whether to keep a player who is starting to fit in on the pitch, but whose commitment off it is uncertain. One thing is for sure, Enzo Maresca is trying to keep the team focused on qualifying for the Champions League. And as for Sancho, all possibilities are still open. Chelsea have rocked the transfer market again with surprising news. They are said to be ready to bring Raphinha from Barcelona. This information comes from an exclusive report by TBR Football, which states that intermediaries have signaled to 3 big English clubs, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Chelsea, that Raphinha is available next summer for a price of up to £80 million. Raphinha is actually enjoying his time at Camp Nou and is reportedly ready to enter into negotiations for a new contract. But the fact that his name is open for transfer offers certainly raises big questions and is a golden opportunity for Chelsea, who are looking for additional ammunition in the attacking line. Moreover, the Blues have performed less than convincingly this season. Despite winning dramatically over Fulham, the pressure on Enzo Maresca and his squad remains high. Several players are even reported to not enjoy playing under Maresca, creating a less than ideal dressing room atmosphere towards the end of the season. Chelsea have actually been eyeing Raphinha since last summer, but failed to convince him to move from Spain. Now, with Barcelona considering financial options and several senior players set to be sold, the opportunity to revive interest in Raphinha is wide open. If Chelsea are serious and willing to pay £80 million, it could be a major step towards a new project next season, regardless of who the manager is. Either way, Raphinha is back on the radar, and Stamford Bridge could be the next destination for the Brazilian. Cristiano Ronaldo is not only an icon, but also the main engine of the big revolution plan that Al-Nassr is currently working on. The Saudi club is reportedly going to extend the megastar's contract until 2027. As a form of appreciation for his loyalty and great contribution since joining, Al-Nassr is preparing a big breakthrough, a €400 million transfer project to build a super squad. And all of it is centered around Ronaldo's vision. Of the 3 big names on the radar, one that has caught the attention is Moises Caicedo, Chelsea's young midfielder who is the main target to strengthen the midfield. Al-Nassr is said to be ready to spend more than €100 million for just this one player, an offer that could even make Chelsea think twice, even though they previously insisted that Caicedo was a player who was not for sale. Ronaldo is believed to have directly driven the process of approaching Caicedo. As a player who understands the meaning of hard work and midfield stability, Ronaldo believes Caicedo has all the elements needed to take Al-Nassr to the next level, not only dominating Asia, but also competing with elite European clubs in international competitions. A fantastic salary is also ready to be offered. Al-Nassr is reported to be preparing a pay package that will not only beat Chelsea's offer, but could also make Caicedo one of the highest paid midfielders in the world. All of this is inseparable from Ronaldo's influence. Although the main focus of this project also includes other big names such as Vinicius Jr. and Gabriel Magalhaes, Caicedo's position is very strategic. He is the heart of the new system that Al-Nassr wants to build, a system curated directly by Ronaldo himself. With the combination of CR7's experience and young energy like Caicedo, the Saudi club is creating something that has never been seen before. A team that is not only filled with stars, but also designed to be a dynasty. Al-Nassr knows that Ronaldo's loyalty is worth paying for, and now they are proving it with concrete steps. Amid this ambitious project, Ronaldo's role goes far beyond that of a player. He is the architect of Al-Nassr's future. Chelsea's young star Andrey Santos is now being fought over by elite European clubs after performing brilliantly with Strasbourg this season. Brought in from Vasco da Gama for £18 million in January 2023, Santos failed to shine when loaned to Nottingham Forest. However, since being transferred to Strasbourg, Chelsea's sister club, he has transformed into an explosive midfielder with 10 goals and 5 assists in all competitions. That performance immediately caught the attention of two giants, Bayern Munich and AC Milan. Reports say Milan are the most serious, while Bayern continue to monitor developments. Mailsport and Gianluca Di Marzio report that both clubs are ready to submit official offers after the season ends. Santos himself stated in an interview that he's ready to appear in the Premier League, but his fate now depends on the decision of Chelsea and his agent. The London club has not yet decided whether to return him to Stamford Bridge or sell him for fresh funds. There are even rumours that Chelsea will listen to offers worth £30 million, a price that is considered far below his real potential. Santos' contract is still long until 2030, but if Chelsea fail to qualify for the Champions League, it is not impossible that they will be tempted to liquidate the asset. Moreover, Strasbourg is still struggling in Liga 1 and has the potential to not play in European competition next season. One thing is for sure, Andrey Santos' future is now in the spotlight, and Chelsea's decision this summer could determine the direction of the young Brazilian midfielder's career. Chelsea reportedly blocked Renato Vega's permanent transfer to Juventus despite the Italian club's seriousness with a €20 million offer. The 21-year-old joined Juventus in January on loan after failing to break into Enzo Maresca's preferred starting 11. But once he arrived in Turin, Vega immediately showed his teeth. Playing in his mainstay centre-back position, Juventus recorded 6 wins from 8 matches when he was a starter. The Bianconeri were smitten and wanted to tie Vega down permanently. However, Chelsea did not want to let him go that cheaply. The West London club will only let the player go if Juventus are willing to pay €40 million, double the initial offer. With negotiations still deadlocked, Vega's future is now up in the air. If Juventus do not increase their offer, then it is likely that the young defender will return to Stamford Bridge this summer. However, Vega is not the only name whose future is in the spotlight at Chelsea. Next summer, the Blues will clean up their squad. Names like João Felix, Chilwell, Axel Disasi, and Carney Chukwuemeka are predicted to be sold. Even Christopher Nkunku, who was not in the squad when Chelsea played Fulham, is said to be leaving. Names like Chalobah, Badiashile, and Dewsbury Hall are also on the radar for sale. This is a signal that Maresca wants to form a new team with a fresh face. But one thing is for sure, the price of Chelsea's young players will not be cheap, including Renato Vega. Juventus must think again. Is he really worth paying double or look for other alternatives?